Okay, sounds good.
Welcome back, everybody. We are not live from...
No, because Sean cannot do it. He's like left it to the last minute, like everything he does in life. It's like...
Yeah.
And not coming to you live from Portugal. Welcome back, Didi.
Oh, we are not live.
We're not
We
live.
didn't succeed in going live. It's a problem when you get older. You get this distance with technology. I understand it.
Yeah, it is.
It's just taken me 4 years to figure Bitcoin out, but I can't figure out how to go live on YouTube. We'll be coming to you live in 4 years, right here on the HardForking channel.
Oh my God.
Apologies to the audience.
Sorry, audience. I did say we were going live, but we're actually not.
Guaranteed live next week. Have my word.
If Sean can work it out.
Well, I know I fucked up. Excuse me. Beep. See, I can delete that out now. But I could if I wanted to.
Yeah, you're not going to.
That's exactly what we didn't want to delete out.
Anyway, enough of my technical failings. Lisa,
Sean.
Awesome week, eh? Bitcoin up 15%. You called it.
It's been an awesome week in Bitcoin. And yeah, so the Bitcoin dominance is off the charts right now with that move. And yeah, it's been huge.
Didi, I posted our first ever video that we made in Copenhagen together. I think it was sort of mid to late 2017. Bitcoin's gone up a bit since then.
Yeah, since 2017, you mean?
Since our first ever video.
It went up. Yeah, it went up and it went down. And then
it went up a lot this week too.
And it went down and went up and down and up and down and a bit sort of down. And
well, Lisa, you're here. Yeah. You're here to give us your thoughts on whether it's going to keep going up.
Yes, I am. Do you want me to share that?
Well, I'm only
copy
trading you on Prime XBT at the moment. That's looking nice and healthy again. Thanks once again to the people at Prime.
Yeah, don't copy trade me. Copy trade number one. Apparently, he made 2,500% in like 10 days or something.
Yeah, one of my guys from the Wednesday shows up 600% on Prime in the last.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. If you're copy trading me, it's like I don't use that much margin anymore because that time I did use that much margin, it nearly killed my whole balance.
You got knocky knees, have you?
No,
are you safe? Are you going to be the safe bet?
I'm the safe bet. I'm the safe bet.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So that's okay. So I'm the safe hedge on there at the moment, so it's good.
Well, tell me about the safe. Tell me about the safe.
All right. So here we are on Bitcoin, and we what was I didn't even hear that. What? What did you say? Do I want to know?
I didn't say anything. I'm just watching the beautiful colors on my screen again. The pinkish channel. I like it.
What did Sean say?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say. We've actually been quite serious so far. No one's one's even mentioned 3,000 likes on Tinder in a week.
No. It's not even a week. It's like a day.
Bitcoin's up 15%. And Lisa's got 3,000 likes on Tinder. It's been an epic week all round.
But it's not even a week on Tinder. It's a day.
Do you have a chart? Do you have a chart of your
chart on Tinder? Hang on.
Yeah. I think she had this beautiful the beautiful picture, the Bitcoin titty picture on Tinder, and then you get like 3,000 likes in a second.
I have that. I've got like quite a normal picture on Tinder. Thank you. Okay, I've got 3,127 likes. Can we see that?
Don't dox the guys.
Yeah, they're probably all married.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're probably all married. I haven't even talked to any of them. So it's like I've got no time. So I don't even know why I signed up to it. So that's my picture. It's a nice normal one. It's not a titty picture like you were saying.
There you go, all you fellas in Melbourne. Lisa's back on Tinder.
I might be not on Tinder because I don't know, I haven't had time to look at it. So it's like
open up global settings, Lisa. We'll see how many likes you get globally.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can. Anyway, what's happening on this Bitcoin chart? We'll talk about love and life in a moment. There are some people that know about Bitcoin.
No, do not talk about.
You can see that Lisa is in love because she is using her pink purple channel. It's like a very lovely chart. She's in love.
Right. What's the love heart there?
That's my sell point. That's where I love to make money.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm manifesting Bitcoin and money. So, like, I've got this manifestation at the moment that every time I spend money, I make 10 times the money. So every time I spend even $5, I say to myself, every time I spend money or crypto, I make 10 times the money. So then I have a really good trade. And that's what's been happening. So I'm manifesting it. So at the moment, we're in this channel, we're in this third wave, but we're in a retrace of this third wave at the moment. So we could go down. We've got a smaller channel within this channel, and we've got a 12,400-ish sort of mark here on this channel. So if we have a look back through, we kind of do move about $300 to $400 when we are in a retrace. So we've gone from 12,100 to, well, that's a bit more. So that's about $1,000 retrace there. So we could get a deeper retrace. It can possibly retrace here to about 11,600. That doesn't break the pattern. You know, we could even go down and touch this channel support, so which is 11,300. So like I said last week, I've got an order there waiting just in case, but I really think we're pretty bullish right now. So, you know, it's not picking up a lot of orders right at the moment. So 12,000 sort of 300-ish is kind of the move that I'm seeing over the next sort of week. And we'll probably go up and retest the sort of the 13,000 sort of 400-ish mark and do that sort of region over the next week to 2 weeks and before we move off. And then again, we could just get these stimulus checks in the USA and it might just explode. So that's the other option. So we could go straight up. So my target here on the channel resistance is 14,605, and we could very well just break through that depending on how much money comes into the market with those stimulus checks. So it's looking really good. So if we have a look at the BTC dominance, it is like literally through the roof. So we went up to 76 with that big explosion that we had the other day, and we've dropped back down. We're back within this channel, which is a good position. When we're in this channel here, it's a good place to be buying alts and to be short-term trading the alts. I wouldn't be long-term trading.
BTC dominance went up to 76%?
Yeah, with that big move.
Wow.
Yeah, so when we had that big move the other day, so if we go back to this chart, so when we had this big green dildo, yeah, we went up to 76% on the dominance chart. So it's like massive. Yeah. But what I was trying to show you over the last couple of weeks as well, we had these resistance tests on this chart, which TradingView did clean up, but they were happening. So which means when we're getting resistance tests on charts, it usually means we're in for a big move. And that was happening a lot on the week prior to that massive big candle that we saw. So yeah, for anyone that was saying that we were going down and we were doing those gaps, is like they're still saying. But anyway, we're not doing gaps. We're still not doing gaps. No gaps.
Only on Tinder.
We're not doing gaps on Tinder either.
No, you're filling gaps on Tinder. Through Tinder. Via Tinder. After Tinder.
Gaps on Tinder.
Lisa hung up the phone on me earlier today for the wrong comment, Didi. So
oh my God, you can actually go on a date and not have sex with somebody. That's a new concept, I know, but it's possible.
You're completely wrong. The Prime Minister of Australia said that's illegal. It's illegal to go on a date without having sex. You need to minimize the time spending time with other people. You need to keep it short.
No, because we've been let out now, Didi. We've been let out.
Serious?
Yeah, as of tomorrow, I'm free.
And now you want to try to tell me that after 6 months being in jail time, you can go on a date without having sex. That's not even mentally not possible. It will explode.
I had Adam. I did have a guy I was seeing for quite some time. So it's like, it's not like I'm oh my God.
We don't want to talk about that
You
guy.
wanted to go live.
He told us not to talk about this, but she told us not to talk about the guy. And now you're talking about this guy. I don't want to talk about that guy. It was just a toy for the COVID period. Move on. So, sorry.
I'll just take over for a minute while these guys are talking. So BTC will either go up or down tomorrow. One of the two. Or down.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say.
Lisa will be running free through the streets of Melbourne tomorrow. I'm very excited for you, Lisa. That's it's been one hell of a ludicrous lockdown.
Well, I did say to my friend Andrea, who's a girl, that we should go out to dinner. And it's like, I actually don't have a lot of time. I've got like deadlines on the scripts and stuff, and I don't have a lot of time. So, and it's like between juggling like trading and clients and oh my God. So it's like my clients all feel very neglected.
Where you go for dinner tomorrow in Melbourne, Lisa? Should we let the guys know?
I don't know. Nowhere.
Link below to where Lisa will be for dinner tomorrow.
No, will not. Oh my God.
So, I think Lisa's happy we didn't go live.
Oh, this is still going on probably. It's like Rashawn's going to have to edit it. Let's have a look at Ethereum.
Don't worry, I've given people the TA. It's either going to go up or down. One of the two.
Let's have a look at Ethereum. Okay, shut up. So, what am I going to do with you?
But Lisa, to summarize, we need to sell now. We need to buy back around 12,300. Then we sell again at 14,500, and then we buy back at 10,300.
Yes.
Yeah.
Around, yeah.
Around that. Okay.
Can we do Ethereum? Ethereum, so for the 500th time. So we should, not that we're still in this very bullish formation, but we haven't tested or retested MAs for quite some time. So I really feel both BTC and Ethereum have MA tests coming. So the MA on Ethereum is 395. It will probably be a really quick wick to this region. It's actually, like all charts are still super bullish, and there's still a lot of sort of, money coming into the market and holding these regions up. So if it does drop, it's going to be a quick drop and it'll bounce quite hard. So I would have, we've got 384 as the 200 MA and 395 as the 100 MA here. So I'd have a couple of strategic orders in those areas if it does drop. And yeah, so the channel here, which I don't think it's going to go down to, is 369. But we should hold, we could actually, because this is the one wave, so it could actually drop down to the channel, which is interesting when I look at that. So maybe a strategic order around the 368 mark in case.
Interesting week. I mean, Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin this year, but Bitcoin really left it in the dust recently, which I find interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like, when you look at how the market moves, and we've seen sort of all the alts were doing huge things, and then DeFi sort of started, and that money sort of went into Ethereum, and it went into a little bit into Bitcoin. So now a lot of that money has sort of moved out, and that's why we've seen that dominance chart explode. So, the money's come out of like all the DeFi stuff because all those coins are really down at the moment. And a lot of the traditional alts, the older alts, are starting to bounce. So it's kind of coming full circle. Like as to how
I wanted to ask you about that, because I've heard you say a number of times that often the Litecoin chart will move before the Bitcoin chart, which it appears to have done during this big movement.
Yeah, it has. Hang on, I did have a Litecoin chart. It's disappeared. This is Didi's favorite chart.
It's really cool to see, Sean. The volume of Ethereum is like, I think, the first currency that will surpass $1 trillion volume in a year. Like Bitcoin has always led the volume chart, and this year Ethereum is leading, I think, with almost 1 trillion, and Bitcoin is still around 800 million or something. So that's huge.
So it's massive, and I think that's mainly due to what's happened in the DeFi sort of sector. So we've got the Litecoin chart, which has had a really strong move. So we've got quite a few resistances that we've broken through on Litecoin. So we've got this white one, which is there for quite some time. So, and then we had a horizontal resistance. So this one's broken through a cross resistance, which means if it does come down, it's not going below 49. I don't think it's going to come down. So we've got this other diagonal resistance here, which is 54. So we could see a correction down to 54 at this point, or we could see it down to 49. I still think a lot of these charts are correcting over the next sort of couple of days before we have another bigger move. You can see that Litecoin predominantly moves in what we call head and shoulders. So we've got the head and shoulders here, we've dropped. So head and shoulders here, we've dropped. So we'll probably get some sort of head and shoulders pattern forming. So it could come down here, up here, down here, sort of, and yeah, it won't go that low. Just to give all the Litecoin people a heart attack.
I know you two know a lot of Litecoin people, and it's actually a project I want to review on my Wednesday show, because I've never really put a lot of time into learning about Litecoin, but I'd love to do that on that show. So anyone watching from Litecoin.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, I can connect you. I can connect you to the best Litecoin guy ever, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Who's that? Is that John? Johnny?
I would do Johnny. John Kim.
Yeah, John Kim.
John Kim.
Or do you want to do David? Or do you want to do David Schwartz? He's the head of Litecoin Foundation.
I really don't know that community, so for me it'll be fascinating for us to actually do. Have a Litecoin on our review show.
Either of those guys are amazing.
Some of these sort of top alts, so to speak, have really made big moves again. Even BSV's back in the top 10 as well.
So BSV is looking really good. So we had my bat signal, and people thought I was a bit crazy, but the bat signal is actually a harmonics. I've drawn it as a proper bat, but the bat is a harmonics chart. So I'm normally Elliott waves, but I follow a lot of the other stuff, and I look at, all chart patterns, and this harmonics chart is a really big mover. So I really think we're going to get the 281 eventually on this. We're coming up. We've had a really nice breakout on this. So, and we got a high of 186 today. So, it's really doing really well. So we've got a massive full moon on Halloween. So it's a blue moon, which means it's the second moon of the month, which if you follow Bitcoin and the moon cycles, on a full moon, we always pump. And it's just something that happens.
One of our regular viewers sent me a private message saying, why didn't you guys talk more about that moon influence and the moon person last week? So we have had a request. Didi,
really? Who did that? Was that Marcy?
No, it was Maggie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Didi started to talk about the moon guy, and then you moved on. So can we quickly talk about whatever?
Well, it's a blue moon. Well, it's a blue moon, or this month is a harvest moon. So if we want to know about what that is, so if we go to NASA and we have a look. So it's the 31st.
I just want to let the audience know I don't trade on the basis of the moon. But
so depending on where you are in the world, it's Halloween. It's the 31st of October. In Australia, the moon is fullest on the 1st of November around 1:15 a.m. So we don't actually have the blue moon here, but technically it is.
So typically Bitcoin goes up when it's a full moon? Is that what you're saying?
Technically Bitcoin goes up on a full moon.
Shaking his head.
Yeah, I believe
it does.
I've seen the
charts.
It
does. There's a lot of whales that obviously believe in, moon cycles, because Bitcoin
so as I'm
moons.
copy trading you, Lisa, are you telling me you're going to make a trade?
I'm gonna go on the full moon. I'm gonna trade 1,000 times. I'm not.
All in.
All in. I'm gonna get this full stack, and it's like. I'm going to blow it up. And no, I'm not. So if you're following me, these are my trades. Nobody else's. It's not financial advice. Do not go 100 times. Do not go 1,000 times. When I margin trade, it's minimal. It's not huge. I'm not like number one where I'm making 2,400% in a week. So maybe
I copy trade that guy, you know.
Do you?
Yeah, I copy trade him, and he made a shitload of profit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm all in on Lisa at the moment.
Well, don't do that. That's stupid.
I'm 50-50.
So who are the other people on Prime I should look at then? Is there a Moon person on there?
There's probably a Moon person.
Oh my God. Sean, do you really don't believe this whole Moon story?
Well, as I say, I remember Ven Zen talking about it a couple of years ago. I never really paid much attention for trading with the Moon, but if you've got some insight here, people, please.
Yeah, we're coming up to, we've got like 4 or 5 days until the full moon. So our total crypto market cap is holding above halfway. We're right on the halfway mark, which is so exciting. Yes.
I always get nervous over full moons, Lisa, because I'm from New Zealand and there's a guy that predicts earthquakes based on the moon, and there was actually a decent one year when there was a full moon.
Oh my God. What's that
Bitcoin
one?
will go up and there will be an earthquake.
Yeah, and everyone in New Zealand will get swallowed up.
Oh God!
I seriously think, like with all the earthquakes that happen in New Zealand, New Zealand's not going to be there in a few years. You'll all be in Australia.
Well, most of us are already in Australia.
You're across the ditch.
Australians are letting New Zealanders into Australia at the moment, but not the other way around, which is a reverse of the last 20 years.
They're coming for their sex and fish and chips.
I apologise to our New Zealand audience for making content with an Australian.
We're letting them across the ditch. It's like they're coming across. Yeah. It's like,
where were we? So not financial advice, but go all in on the moon.
No, we are going to the moon, Sean.
We're going to the moon.
Is that where it comes from? Is that where
that's where it comes from. That's what the whales do.
Right.
So, yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Oh my God, you're a bit slow, Sean. How long have you been
flustered all day trying to figure out how to go live?
He's such all day, Didi, all day.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
Like the 5 minutes before the show, he tried to go live.
I did actually put it.
He was like, "Oh my God, I've got to go live 5 minutes before the show." Sorry, guys, we're not live.
Guarantee you, next week you can. Really pull it off.
Total crypto market cap. So we're in a retrace. We should come up on the full moon, and we should hit around the 431 billion mark before coming back down. So hitting around the 431 billion mark will take Bitcoin to 14,600 to the moon. So we can see the rockets and the magnets and the bear tiers will be activated at that point. And yeah, it'll be all on.
You reckon 14.6 on the moon?
14.6 on the moon.
But you're pretty sure we're coming down before then, huh?
Well, I think we'll come down. Sorry, Didi?
So this will be the moon around the blue moon on the end of this month, moon.
Yeah. So I think we'll get maybe a quick dip at some point over the next week before we take off. So I think once we get to this 14,600, if we have a look at this chart, it's the channel resistance. And this is the point where we will see that tidal wave. We always see like these big waves at the channels. So this one was a little bit slower, but this one I think will drop right down. So it'll probably come down to about 10,500. So it could be like quite a huge big wave down. It may not like go that far down, but it is possible. It is really possible because we've got this first wave of this one here. will come down and then finish up again at the 16,000 mark. So, and then that's the internals of the third wave complete. And then we'll have a larger fourth wave retrace. So this wave, obviously, once we get there, we'll know sort of where it's going. So it's just sort of sitting there at the moment. Ignore that. But yeah, so full moon, I think we're going to go and head up to that 14,600 mark and then straight back down.
What's
So
the EGLD I see there on the screen, Lisa? I noticed that pumped the last couple of days.
So this one's hit resistance. It nearly hit my target.
Well, that's
so,
your Elrond, isn't it?
This is Elrond, yeah, or now Egld. So rebranded and added. So this one almost hit my stop. I'm very happy it didn't. So it's, yeah, so we should see a little bit of sideways at this point, and then we should continue up. We want to get above this resistance here and then hold above that resistance so that we can continue up. So potentially this chart has a 200% move from this bottom region coming, and you know, this is in line with obviously Bitcoin moving and you know, all the charts moving and a lot more money coming into the market over the next little bit. So yeah, so we want to get above this resistance, hold above the resistance, and then continue up at that point.
Okay.
So Ampl forth, like I quickly showed this.
Oh my goodness.
So I checked before and I've sent you a message on saying, yes, it sold, and I made a 50% profit on this one. So I was telling everyone last week where I always buy in.
Look,
under
I've done all right out of Ampl forth in the last month, but I mean, trying to chart this thing is still where I've got the big question mark.
Yeah, I have a lot of orders sitting in this green region, but I always buy under this pink region. So, you know, and I know coins and stuff disappear, but there's, you know, when I look at the RSI and that sort of thing, when it's moving, you can kind of tell when it's going to take off. Well, I can anyway. So, yeah, so this one's been a great move, and it's moved 50%. So it's sold, and it should come down. It's still looking quite choppy, these waves. So this will come back down. When they get these straighter waves, that's when potentially they can, Ampl forth has these big moves, but it doesn't look like it's going to have that at the moment. It looks like it's going to come back down.
As I say, it's somewhat of a sort of a pet project at the moment to figure out, but something that's got that built in a logarithm for a rebase. Can you chart that?
Yeah, it's chartable because we've got this, you know, under my pink line here is this rebase region. So, and it tends to always come down there. So, you know, in over here, we had this strong rebase here. We had a quite a strong rebase here. Now we've got it over here. So once this rebase is finished, it'll either start to rebase around this yellow line here, or it'll come down even further. I don't expect it's going to come down even further. I think it'll start to rebase in this region here. So yeah, and it'll gradually sort of move up. And that's kind of what I'm seeing, just with how I'm looking at this weird pattern that it's forming. So I'm
not sure if we're on the same page on that one, Lisa, but let's see. I'm
happy. I'm making money.
Figure that damn thing out.
It's actually a good trade. So it's, you know, most of the time it's a really good trade. So
Yeah,
occasionally it takes a longer time and you lose coins and tokens and stuff. But that's
well, it's nice when it's above $1 because you keep you just get coins deposited to your wallet when it stays above $1.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, that shift in price and obviously the gain and loss in the coins you get in tandem with that the logarithm on the price. It's a tricky one.
It is.
Yeah.
So my link is.
Oh God.
I did that for you. So Link is looking really good. So I had a 75% move, hit my target. It's coming back down. We're on a diagonal support right now. I kind of expect we're going to maybe drop down and retest this MA at about 11.1. Link kind of moves how it wants to. So it may hold higher. So I'm actually I've rebought some here, and I will, you know, if it drops down a little bit lower, I'm just going to DCA this, and because I think it's going to continue up. So yeah, so links moving really strongly, and you know, we've got this sort of channel sort of happening here. So this should break out, we should make this channel support and then continue up. So I still really believe link is going to hit 22 on this next run. So we've had quite a strong support in this, and this was a fourth wave. It didn't corrected as a fourth wave should, and yeah, so I think 22, maybe even a little bit higher, but definitely 22 is really possible. So if we look from where we had the rebuy, so it's a 200%, and a lot of people margin trade link, so that's could be a 2000% trade, or even at a minimum 10% margin. So it's a good trade. It's a good trade.
Okay.
So Ava is one that I've had on Twitter, and it's in my buy zone. So reason being, the visual range profile has, you know, the volume range profile has got lots of support in this region, and we're in here, and I really believe that this is the time to be buying this. So they've got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of developments, and you know, RSI here has consolidated. We're on the diagonal support on the RSI. So potentially in this region, we've got a 320% move.
Is this one where you can book your travel?
Yeah, so this is really exciting. So, and you know, with COVID restrictions easing, and like in Australia and a lot of the Asian countries, not so much in Europe, but yeah, so you can book your travel and you get money back in Ava. So and then you can
rewards points thing, is it?
Yeah. So and then you can use the Ava and use that towards your next trip. So, you know, it's pretty exciting. And then also you can buy through the website. You can buy your travel through any crypto. So it's actually really, really cool. So it's making crypto very, very spendable. So I think they've got like 300 cryptos that they're accepting. Yeah. And don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a huge amount. So all the majors as well. So yeah, so I really think Ava, I've bought from this green line, and I'll buy down to the green line. We've got lots of support, and I really think we're going to start moving. It's, you know, it's hit the RSI and it's looking really, really good. So I'll chuck this chart on Twitter, and I'll also put some news up that they've got coming out on this as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll quickly look at DOT because I know lots of people on Twitter are trading. So we're in this sideways wedge, which will break. It usually a wedge like this will break up. So our $7.50-ish sort of target on DOT is still there. It's moving terribly, terribly slow. So obviously the excitement and everything is worn off, and you know, the stuff that's happening in the background is taking a little bit longer. So, you know, sort of, you know, not so much trading happening right now on DOT, but it's still moving in the right direction. And what else do we have? Didi's favorite, XRP. No. So same pattern as DOT, And so we're still on target for my long-term swing, which is 44 cents. So yeah. So that's what we've got today.
Excellent. Very good. So apologies once again to the people that were expecting us to be live. I know Lisa tweeted that out. It was my fault. I will sort that out for next week.
I'll slap him.
Yeah, you should. And Sean, for next week, you also should do this. You should study this chart like for a few minutes.
Yep.
And then you will understand the moon cycles with Bitcoin.
Talk us through this, Didi. Talk us through this.
I don't know. I found it just on Twitter. I'm just searching for a moon chart.
This is the Mercury retrograde chart. So so like Mercury retrograde is happening right at the moment. So obviously during those periods, it's normally we retrace during a Mercury retrograde, which we have done a little bit in BTC. We didn't so much retrace, we went sideways. So so the full moons they've got sort of here on the chart. But so on the retrograde end, I think we should have an explosion up as well, which I think, hang on, let's have a look when that kind of finishes.
I think here around this date, it's like, so there are many here. There's so many moon and Mercury retrade charts shown like this one as well. You can see them. So a lot of people really trade these charts, all depending on...
I have a sack full of monkey bones that I throw on a table, and that's how I make my trades.
I would believe that. I would believe that.
Okay.
So when does that finish?
I believe it. It's true.
So it finishes on the 4th of November. So we'll still be in a Mercury retrograde on the full moon.
What does that mean?
He was going to go.
It's going to go like...
Right, you heard it here, people. You heard it right here.
Sort of like...
Putting your money where the moon is.
Yeah. There's quite a few astrologers on Twitter as well, which is really interesting. And they do the Bitcoin astrology chart, which I think is hilarious. Like Bitcoin's a person or something. But...
It is,
we should get some guests.
I don't mind the odd
astrologer guests on the show.
So I'll get my tarot cards out and do some readings for Bitcoin. I've actually got tarot cards, so I should do that.
I had my tarot
I'll get my middle-aged woman crystals out. I always see the memes on Facebook about crystals and middle-aged women, and it's like, there you go.
Didi, question for you.
They're real.
Question for you, Didi. Yeah. I was with a crypto whale a couple of days ago who said anybody in crypto up until the middle of next year is going to do extremely well. I mean, this guy couldn't have been more bullish. He said he'll be looking to exit a number of his positions mid-year, and he's going to invest in land in Portugal. So a lot of people, in the crypto space are moving there. A lot of people, he said it's in general, he considers it an amazing investment and an amazing place to live. So is there a big crypto community there? It's
a tax haven. It's a crypto tax haven.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we're talking about. Right.
Yeah, but for one, it's a crypto tax haven because you pay 0% tax on your 0% on your Bitcoins. But on the other hand, the crypto community is really growing. It's like in the last week, I had like 7. In the last 2 weeks, I had like 7 lunches with the people that just tagged me. Oh, I'm also in Portugal. Let's have a lunch and let's talk Bitcoin and the moon, or let's talk Bitcoin and other charts, or let's talk EOS. So it's a huge community over here, but they are the type of community that is like not on YouTube. So it's all a lot of developers, a lot of people that are whales and all that stuff. So it's really cool. And Portugal is cheap. It's cheap. It's like I think one of the cheapest countries of Europe to live. The monthly costs are nothing. I went to a new apartment yesterday to check out that apartment, and if we will be in that apartment, that is what people will refer to as a Bitcoin apartment. Like that was, I think, the most beautiful apartment I've ever seen with the most like views. And
would you say this is where you're moving to?
Yeah, probably we are moving to that one, and it's like cheap. It's all cheap compared to like Australia or Singapore.
How much do you pay for I don't know, a 3-bedroom place there?
At the moment, you can get a 3-bedroom place all the way up from like 700-800 euro per month to
per month. Wow, that's awesome.
Per month. And the one I checked out yesterday, it's around 2,000 euros per month. But if you see that one, it's like you can't even believe. It's like on the sea, on the most beautiful cliff, with a view, and like everything is lux and a huge terrace
€2,000 a month
with a jacuzzi, everything on your terrace, like overseeing the sea. And it's like if I show you the pictures, you think you're like, wow. And we are getting already used to living very cheap on Thailand and Portugal now. So we are doubting even, will we do the 2,000 euro per month? It's like a lot of money. But if you compare it with the rest of the world, it's like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
nothing.
you barely get a 1-bedroom place in Singapore for that.
And
What
if
is
you see
that?
this place, it's maybe
Wow.
you will see it next time if I'm able to rent it.
So you're thinking of staying in Portugal for a bit longer, are you?
I think we need to, because there is no other option at the moment. I don't know. We want to continue the tour, but we want to discover Portugal as well. So I think I need 1 or 2 months more to drive through Portugal to all the areas and to find the Bitcoin people.
Yep.
But we can see slowly Australia is set free, but Europe, they are slowly locking down again. So I don't think I'm able to drive through Spain or France because they will close the borders. And let's see how it evolves.
So Lisa's about to be unleashed on Melbourne again. Lisa, what's on your hit list for the next week?
Minimum of 6
Nails.
guys.
I'm getting nails. What do you say? Oh
That
my
was a
God.
joke. That was a very
No.
disrespectful joke. I know
No.
you would never do that. I know that you're not that type of girl.
I'm not that type of
Woman.
girl. I don't even
Woman.
know if I don't even know if I could be bothered. Seriously. I
Okay.
might be bothered, like to get
But-
on there and talk to somebody.
Continue your list. Nails is one.
Nails. So I had hair done today. So pretty happy with that. And
Looking
then
amazing.
thank you. And then maybe shopping, because I haven't been shopping in like 7 months. And that's like, yeah,
And you need to spend your profits.
I do. So yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe like dinner with my girlfriend. So yeah.
Lisa's single, fellas. Lisa's single.
Sounds really exciting.
Maybe I'll go to a bar with my girlfriend then.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to
How
a
does
bar
the
this week.
girlfriend
And I
look?
actually ventured out for the first time in ages, but I don't
Oh
see the
my God.
point. You got to sit at one table. You're not allowed to talk to strangers, which to me is the only point of going to a bar.
Really, in Singapore, you're not allowed to talk to strangers.
No, I mean, you can sit at your own table with your friends, but you're not allowed to talk to the people next to you or go
How
over
do you
and
order?
annoy people at the bar, which is what I like to do. So,
How do you order your drink if you cannot talk to strangers? And you
well,
don't
no, they
know
come.
the
You know,
waiter?
the waitress comes to you, but
It's
you
a
you're not
stranger.
allowed to move around. Sucks. There's no point.
I don't believe
Then they
it.
tell you to go home at
I
10
really don't
o'clock.
believe it.
Really? That sounds
Nah.
boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
It's pointless. I'm bored to tears at the moment. It's just
Well,
Is it
I've
really?
got like 17 meetings this week, so I just don't have a life. And it's like a lot of those are at like one of those.
I
is at
suspect
3
things
a.m.
might just start getting a little more exciting for you, Lisa.
What?
Is
Oh,
the-
well,
is the
they should
seven-
do. They should do, because I'm very, very, very
You're allowed
close.
out of the house. You got 3,000 Tinder matches. Your
Oh my God.
Your movie script's got a couple of nominations or awards or what?
It's got 2 awards, and it's in the finals for 1. And it's I've just been told that it will have a 3rd award, which I will put up soon. So so which is very exciting. And my TV script, which is based on my books, is in negotiations, like strong negotiations with a big network in the US. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
That's really awesome to hear, man.
So yeah,
I didn't
it
even
is.
know a script could got like get like an award.
These are my books. Buy them.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah, so
I
they,
feel like HardForking is a proper channel now where people come on and shell their books.
That's it. So scripts can yes, Didi shirts. So scripts
Didi.
scripts win awards.
You've got the coolest t-shirts, Steve. I didn't send you my logo, did I? I got to do that.
No,
So
yeah, you still need
Ben Affleck and what's the other one? Matt Damon actually won the best original
I thought you were about to say
script.
playing Didi and I in the movie.
No, no, they actually won Best Original Script at the Oscars for Good Will Hunting way back then. When so scripts do get awards, and before they get to the Oscars and that sort of thing, and before they're made, they all win awards. So
Right.
yeah, so and that's kind of how you get them sort of progressing. So yeah. But it's like after a conversation I had with this, I had a really cheesy ending on my script. And then I had a conversation with a certain person that I won't mention, and I changed the end of the script. So it's actually hilariously funny now. So
I hate it when people say things like that with a certain person I won't mention.
Yeah.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, and I also hate it when people refer to 17 meetings when it's like Tinder dates. It's like not a meeting.
Oh my God, they're real meetings, like with real Hollywood producers. So.
Totally.
No, we Tinder dates. Oh my God.
I just joking.
It's
What are you doing this week?
Yeah, Didi, what are you doing this week?
I'm on Tinder, so I'm searching for some dates in Portugal. And
what does your wife think of that?
Yeah, she's not completely happy. She's not completely happy with it, but you know,
it's about at the house.
No, my week is I have a pretty boring week ahead, I think. No, I'm just doing my YouTube videos every day, Sean, and I'm searching for people here that want to talk to me about crypto, and about to start to be an ambassador for one more really cool project, but I need to sign the documents before I can talk about it. And you know, just building. I'm trying to you know, get some more attention on the family token. I try to find more rewards to reward people with the family token, giving away a little bit more. Just doing my stuff, living life.
Tell us about the family token. So obviously not a security or a utility token. It's more like a rewards type thing.
I don't know, man. You know, you can buy, you can become millionaire if you buy now, I think. But you know, I'm not killing my own token. It's like I'm not even saying that you can make money with it, but good. no, guy. It's Sean. It's just a token I use to reward my followers.
Yep.
So you know, I hide them in my videos as a QR code, and then when people watch my videos, the one that scanned the QR code gets some family token. And with these family tokens, you get a discount for my T-shirts that we sell on the store. Right. Or you can get a shout out below the video, or like really cool, you can get your own music below my video, because I always use music in the videos and people seem to like it. So I'm now giving a platform to the ones that create videos. Okay, you just watch my video, scan the token, get some families, and get your music below my video. So I just, you know, want to incentivize people for following me. And yes, I'm also talking to a few companies that want to maybe in the future provide liquidity, and then let's see what the family token will do. We don't know. You know, maybe it will be in line with the moon charts. I don't know. It's
okay.
Just make sure you have some. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, when it goes to the
where do I get some then? You have to come. Do you want to come on? Why don't the two of you come on the Wednesday or Thursday show the next couple of weeks, and we can we'll have a chat on that.
I will send you some then on that show.
Awesome. Very good. Yeah, so pretty awesome week, everybody. If you've got some Bitcoin, you got 15% more of it. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
There's nothing wrong with that. Or you could have 150% more of it if you're in a 10 times margin trade.
Yes, well, I'm copy trading you, Lisa, so...
Well, you probably don't.
Yeah, on that note, thank you once again to Prime XBT for supporting us, helping us make this content. I believe they also sponsoring your tour as well, Didi, which is awesome.
Yeah. I love the company. I love the guys. You know, I know. I love this game. I'm just addicted sometimes to this turbo game. It's like gambling.
It's so much fun.
And I copy trade. I've been copy trading the guy. I don't know, number one. He's called.
Number one.
He made like a shitload of profits.
That platform's growing pretty quickly, isn't it?
Yeah. So
it is. It's growing, and I think it will grow even faster when they. So
there we go. 2,390% he made. So yeah.
Wow.
So if we follow number one. So if you slow but sure, apparently slow but sure, he's 1,000. So
in what period of time?
Well, number one's 59 days and slow but sure is 50 days. So, you know, both looking really good.
You'd have to be playing with some epic margin though to pull that off, which means it could go horribly wrong.
Yeah, massive amounts of margin to pull that off. So if we go into his chart,
which is also the only negative part that I can say at the moment is that it's not that easy. Like setting your trades at the margin, but when you get used to it, it is, of course.
Yeah, so he looks like he's had quite a big drop on this region here, and then they've moved right up. So yeah, so that's quite a big drop. So that would have been scary for a lot of people in it. But he's doing like crazy awesome things. So if anyone wants to get on there, follow this one.
Could be a lady.
With this Prime as well, you can go in and out of these accounts. You don't have to stay in any account. So you can jump in and out of his accounts while he's trading these massive amounts. So we can see, he's had quite a big drop today. So that's obviously because he's in high margin, and any move in Bitcoin, it's going to be very volatile in this, but it's still like really, really good. So,
do you want to just tell the audience that maybe aren't familiar with the platform? I mean, what are the other things to sort of look out for? I mean, can you actually sort of find out more about the people behind the
Turbo? So this is Turbo, which is lots of fun. I don't have any money on this one at the moment, but so what you can do is you say, I think it's going to go up or it's going to go down in the next 30 seconds. And that's pretty much what it is. And that's pretty much what it is. So it's like going on roulette and you're going red or black. And it's like, I'd say we're going to go up in the next 10. So you can go 1 minute duration, 5 minute duration, 10-minute duration here. So, if it's going to go up, look at that. Yes. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So that's what you would be, and you'd hope that it continued up, which it's doing. So I would have, bet up on this, and so you'd be watching for the next minute and going, okay, this is going up, and so this is pure gambling. So if you are up for a little bit of a gamble, this is pure gambling, and it's so much
financial
fun.
Advice.
So much fun. I don't put too much money on it, but it is so much fun. So much fun. So yeah. So if you're bored and you want to have a little bit of a gamble, go on Turbo.
Very good. So how many people are you copy trading, Didi? Just
two. Yeah. Lisa and number one.
Lisa and number one. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know who number one is.
No, we don't know who number one is. We don't know who anyone really is in there except for me. It's like.
But I started.
They should have the ability to sort of put your picture or your profile, or is there a reason behind that?
I trade for a lot of.
I mean, you used your real name on it, which I did. Is kind of unique.
Like, and I kind of think maybe I shouldn't have, because at the start, like, it kind of threw me because people would say stuff to me on Twitter and I'd be like, I'd get all in my head, and that's not good for trading. Whereas like if I trade two big funds and so nobody knows it's me. So it's kind of cool. If the trade goes against me, nobody yells at me. So
only the fund manager.
No, they're like, one of those funds is like massively, it's like in about I think 9,000% profit. So like from the start of the year, it's massive. Like, because we were trading alts and we were trading so many things. So yeah.
Yep, exciting times. Thank you for watching, everybody. Apologies once again, it wasn't live. We will be next week, and we'll also have our degenerate trading and review show in the next few days. Lisa, you're always welcome on there, and Didi, so are you. If you want to come on in the next week or two. We're looking at Unitrade this week as our review project.
I have all the time because, I don't have this.
Went up 40% in the last 24 hours.
Nice. Nice.
Yep. That's happening. So yeah, tune in and check out what we think of Unitrade in the next few
And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people are, Lisa. So we'll keep saying that. We're going to load of new subscribers in the last couple of weeks.
It's good.
It's only positive. Sean, who's the person in your closet?
Exciting times. What was that?
Oh yeah,
Who's the
you've got a
person
little
in your
person
closet?
in there. You've got a little person in there.
Is that your doll?
Not my place. So I'm staying with a friend who's in Australia at the moment. It's a head with a hat on it. Weird, isn't it?
It's not your happy doll.
It's his blow up doll.
It is. It's
Yeah.
it's a big head.
Sorry, leave it.
Well spotted.
Goodbye.
Well spotted, Didi. Well spotted. It's amazing some of the things people spot in these videos. Actually,
Yeah.
okay. Any closing comments from you first, Didi?
No closing comments. I just love the show. I love to be part of the show. I'm happy that Lisa is still part of the show. I'm very much looking forward to a live show, so you cannot cut out all the stuff that you always cut out, like naked men and all that stuff.
We don't actually cut it.
Yeah, like every time Sean had naked men walking through, and it's like I'm starting to wonder, maybe
My flatmate and his daughter, you mean? Yeah.
it was like Sean's male Tinder dates. Sorry, Kathy, Sean's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's nothing. We don't, we know that you've lived in Thailand for a long time, happy long time. But no, I just want to wish everybody an amazing week, and I just, zoom out and enjoy the beautiful ride of Bitcoin again.
Okay.
Lisa, I was going to ask you for your closing comments, but yeah, my mum knows I'm not gay, so I won't edit that out.
Hi, Kathy, if you're watching.
Okay,
Sorry.
thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week live. You have my word. Catch you.
Bye.
Bye.